Hello, welcome to Nate Flicks. I'm Nate, you're you, and today we are doing a little Blu-ray unboxing. I will not only just tell you why I bought these movies, but also I will give you a chance to own one of these movies that is at least on digital copy. That's right, a lot of these Blu-rays, they come with digital copies, and I just don't see why I should ever hoard both the physical and digital copy. That makes no sense to me. And just as a thank you for being a part of this channel, for watching these videos, like, commenting, subscribing, all of that YouTube stuff, I would like to pay it forward and hook you guys up with movies, because like I said, I have the code and I'm not using it for anything. So if you haven't done one of these videos, like I said, all you gotta do is subscribe and then comment which movie you would like. If you want to put in for all three movies, hey, that's fine. I'm not going to be a stickler here, but basically once you've done that, I will be able to see if you have subscribed. I will look at all the comments, and then next week, so let's say the 22nd of June, I will put your names into this pumpkin, into this jack-o'-lantern for each film and do it raffle style. I will draw a name at random, and then I will comment on your comment saying, hey, guess what, buddy? You won. You are getting Hereditary. That's right, our first movie is Hereditary, Ari Aster's first ever feature film, and man, did he come out of the gate swinging. This film and Midsommar, his second film, he's two films in, and already a lot of people call him the master of modern horror, and I don't think that that's hyperbole. I think that's well earned, because on your first sitting, you will just be blown away by how well this film is made. The cinematography is phenomenal. The attention to detail is unmatched. The performances are insanely impressive. I have no idea how Toni Collette did not receive an Academy Award or even a nomination. That is highway robbery. Alex Wolff as her son, he's fantastic too. You don't hear enough about his performance in this movie, but this movie is deeply unsettling, and it's so thematic, and it handles those themes so intelligently and with such thorough attention. But what I don't think enough people talk about here is the Shining-like quality that this film has. A lot of people go back and watch The Shining every year. I'm amongst those people. I mean, The Shining is so loved that there's even a documentary out there called Room 237, where people talk about all the symbolism within The Shining, and they posit all of these theories for what Kubrick could have been going for with that film. I think it's only a matter of time before Hereditary gets that type of treatment, because when you go back on rewatches, you will only enjoy this movie more. You pick up more and more. Every frame is made with such purpose. I'm telling you, if you've seen this movie and you're like, I think I got it, I love that movie, I'm telling you, you're gonna love it more if you go back and watch it again. That's what happened when I watched it. So yeah, put it in for this one if you haven't seen it or you just want to add it to your collection. I myself, this comes with 2 discs. I can't wait to go ahead and get into the special features and learn more about it, just because like I said, it has that Shining-like quality to it. So I want to see, behind the curtain. I want to learn more about this movie. And I love talking about Hereditary. This is one of my favorite horror films, and it's so awesome that modern horror can give us this type of film. So moving on to film 2, it's that other Ari Aster film, Midsommar. This one very different than Hereditary. If you haven't seen Midsommar, it's a little divisive. It may not be for everyone. It's not exactly a straightforward horror film, but this is a very just thought-provoking, emotional, beautiful movie. The light in this movie, or the use of light, it really subverts your expectations with horror films, because so often horror films are just set in total darkness or bleak, creepy areas. This movie, it dares to terrify you amongst happy, smiling, Swedish faces bask in total sunlight. This movie is almost entirely in broad daylight, which in itself is an amazing challenge to try to film. But also, it doesn't try to scare somebody. It doesn't just scare you though, it unnerves you. It gets under your skin and it just resonates and sits with you for days. And I had a great time when I saw this movie. I can't really compare this to a lot of other films. Some people say Wicker Man, there's similarities there, but I would say that I actually prefer this to Wicker Man, just because there's so much that I was treated to with this movie. This is a field day if you are a cinephile. The performances are, again, fantastic, and a lot of what I said about Hereditary doubles for this. I would say that I prefer the story and just the central conceit of Hereditary more, but as far as, like I said, that lighting and cinematography, the costume design, the set pieces, the score, I have to give it to Midsommar. And then Florence Pugh as the lead character, Dani, she's so good. I love Florence Pugh and I love this movie, and I'd like to give you a chance to check it out if you haven't, or add it to your collection if you love it too. I can't wait to check out the extended director's cut I think that's gonna be awesome to see what Ari Aster's original film looked like. I've heard there's some really juicy stuff in there, some really creepy, unsettling scenes, which I believe, because as this movie progresses, you get some really dark stuff. There's one scene in this movie. I'm hard to disturb. I'm kind of hard to knock off my center point when it comes to horror, just because I feel like I've seen so many things that it's hard to give me an original scare. This movie did it. Midsommar definitely has a scene that when I saw this movie, I went home from the theater, I laid down in bed, I went to close my eyes, and as I did, that image popped back in my head. So this movie, it does beauty fantastically, but it also does grisly horror just as well. So moving on, obviously Ari Aster only has 2 films, so the third one is not an Ari Aster film. It is Don't Breathe, Fede Alvarez. Man, is he off to a good start, just like Ari Aster. Don't Breathe and the Evil Dead remake. He regularly goes on Twitter and is like, hey fans, what would you like to see me make next? And I don't know what he's coming out with next, but I will be in line opening night to check it out just because he's been so good with his first 2 films. I love Don't Breathe. This may have been my favorite horror movie the year it came out. Stephen Lang as the blind man, he's fantastic. Jane Levy, so good. I wish she would get more roles. She's so good in this and The Evil Dead. And this movie, it just does suspense and dread so awesome. There's so many cool sequences in this film. There's just not a whole lot of movies that execute this type of plot to the levels that Don't Breathe reaches. If you don't know what the plot is, basically these poor kids in a destitute community, they try to break in and get one big score off of this blind military veteran, and things don't go the way they expect. Which right there in itself is one of the biggest selling points for me, because right there you don't have your typical heroes. There's a dark side, there's ambiguity with their morality. They are great, but then as you learn about the blind man, you figure out he's very much no saint himself. So I love that on both sides we have we don't have your stereotypical antagonist, protagonist. We have great characters, and I always think that's fun to explore. There's a lot in this movie that's fun to explore, and it's just an absolute field day. Like I said, dread. This thing will have you on the edge of your seat. So there you go, guys. Oh, almost put that code up there. That would have been something. But if you want to, go ahead, subscribe, comment which ones you want. If you want all 3, like I said, that is fine. And then I will let you know about this time next week who won. But there you go, guys. Be sure to comment. I can't wait to see what you guys have to say. Which ones get the most love? I'm tempted to see. I don't know. I mean, I could see Hereditary maybe being the favorite down there in the comment section. I don't know. Don't Breathe is a damn good time too, as is Midsommar. But there you go, guys. You have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for your time and for watching this. I am Nate for Nate Flick saying that's a wrap.